Welcome to Basics for AI Module 5, Constraints in Problem Solving. Ever played a game where you had to follow rules like no running in the house or no cheating in tag? Or maybe you have tried to pick the best snacks at the store without spending all your pocket money? That's what constraints are all about. Today, we are going to see how rules and limits, in other words, constraints, help us solve puzzles, shop smart, and even teach robots to think. We'll play Sudoku, a number puzzle with sneaky rules, and go on a virtual grocery run where you'll have to pick the items without overspending. Ready to become a problem solving ninja? By the end of this module, you will be able to 1. Spot the hidden rules in games like Sudoku and explain why they matter. 2. Outsmart problems by working with constraints or rules, not against them. 3. Find constraints in real life. For example, like when your parents said, you can only pick 3 toys at the store, or homework before screen time. Think of it like leveling up in a video game. Each skill makes you a better problem solver. Who here loves unlocking new skills in games? Today we are unlocking real life skills. Constraints are like invisible walls in a video game. They tell you what you can and can't do. For example, in school, no talking during a test. Constraint equal to silence. In sports, no using hands in soccer. Constraint equal to feet only. At home, bedtime at 9 p.m. Constraint equal to time limit. Without constraints, games would be chaos. Imagine playing basketball where you could just carry the ball, no dribbling. Boring. Constraints make things fair and fun, and they help us get creative, like when you build a fort with only pillows and blankets. That's a constraint, but it makes the fort awesome. Now, you may shout out a constraint you deal with every day. Identify constraints and activities you have taken part so far. For example, you have played the paper maze, mechanical maze, building blocks, tic-tac-toe games, and Rubik's Cube. And you inferenced from implicit information in passages. All those had constraints in them. Meet Sudoku, the puzzle that's all about constraints. It's like a number treasure hunt where you have a big 9 by 9 grid. Some numbers are already filled in, those are your clues. Your mission, fill in the blanks using numbers 1 through 9 but with 3 big rules. Like constraints. Want to guess what they are? A hint, it's about no repeats. So let's begin. Here are the 3 Sudoku constraints. Rows. Each row must have numbers 1 to 9 with no repeats. Columns. Same for columns. No repeats. Little 3 by 3 boxes. Each mini square also needs 1 through 9. No repeats. It's like seating your 9 friends at lunch. No two can sit in the same row with the same number. No two can sit in the same column with the same number. And no two can be in the same small group with the same number. Tricky, right? But that's why it's fun. Who's ever played Sudoku before? Did you get stuck? That's the constraints testing you. Let's crack this puzzle. Here's a partially filled Sudoku board. See those empty squares? Your brain has to fill them in without breaking the rules. Now, use math equations to help. A full row column adds up to 45. That means from 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 equal to 45. Now, for example, if a row has numbers that add to 38, the two missing numbers must add to 7 because 45 minus 38 is 7. So what numbers make 7? It could be 1 and 6 or 2 and 5. But you have to check the other constraints to pick the right one. It's like being a detective. Eliminate the wrong answers to find the right one. Now, in this board, I have filled a few more boxes for you, and you have to fill the ones with the question marks. So you may do so now. Now that you have played Sudoku and know the rules, let's watch a robot solve Sudoku.
Two. Game over.
Whoa, did you see that? A robot just solved Sudoku. Now that you humans have solved Sudoku using guesses, patterns, gut feelings, you saw how the robot solved it with pure logic. No feelings, just rules. The robot doesn't think like us. It just follows the constraints, but does it super fast. So, what is your opinion? Is this robot using AI? What do you think? Thumbs up if you think it's AI, thumbs down if not. Explain why or why not. So now it's time for some recollection. From module 1, remember how our brains work? Humans, we use experience. Like I have seen this pattern before. Senses, eyes can scan the board, and hands to write numbers. Robots, they use sensors, like cameras, to see the board, and actuators, robot arms, to write it. But no creativity, just rules. A robot can't say, this puzzle is too hard, I quit. It just keeps trying until it fits the constraints. So who is better at Sudoku, humans or robots? Why? Let's change gears. It's time for a shopping spree with a twist. You have got a breakfast shopping list. Descriptions of each item are provided. A budget limit, you can't spend more than $25 is also provided. Your mission, pick the best items without overspending. Sound familiar? It's like when your parents say you can only get one toy under $20. Those are constraints and they force you to make smart choices. After you check out, we'll see, did you save money? Did you get everything on the list? Let's find out who is the savviest shopper amongst you. Now, who's here loves shopping? Now imagine doing it with rules, like a game. Now that you have finished your shopping activity, I'd like to ask, how did the shopping go? Let's break it down. What constraints did you face? Did you find all the items that you were looking for exactly in the list? Were they the right brands? Were they the most affordable ones? Did you search for the item? Did the store recommend certain items first? Now, if they did, were they the cheapest? Bias alert, stores sometimes show expensive brands first to trick you. Did that happen to you? Now, let me explain what optimization is. It's getting the best result with the constraints. Now, did you pick store brands to save money? Did you compare the prices between the products before you selected them? This is how real life problem solving works. Like Sudoku, you had to follow rules and find the best move. Same with shopping. Bonus question. How is this like the mechanical maze from an earlier module? It also had limits. Can you remember what those limits were? Constraints in the mechanical maze were kind of annoying, but in Sudoku, they were the rules that make us smarter. Now, let's see how you performed in your shopping adventure. How did Sudoku relate to the shopping task? Now add up your shopping list items that you have listed in your piece of paper. Tell me the total money spent and total money saved, as well as how long did you spend in shopping for these activities. We will determine the winner. You just cracked the Sudoku like a pro, outsmarted a shopping budget, learned how robots think. Now scan the QR codes to tell us which game activity was your favorite, what was the hardest constraint to follow. Should we do more puzzles like this? Your feedback helps us make the next module even cooler, so don't hold back. Now give yourselves a clap. You just trained your brains to handle messy problems like a boss.